This next story, I feel like people really responded to. And on one hand, like obviously it's a big deal, but on another hand, it's kind of like, well, yeah, like
I was
don't
surprised about
don't
this to an
don't
extent.
trust
No
these things. And
trust. Yeah, that one surprised me.
I mean that's what I mean. Like
Well,
I
go
was
ahead and explain it
surprised
first
by
before
it.
I react. Go
I
ahead.
was surprised by it, but then at the same time, I was not surprised by it. You know what I mean? So what happens in Meta Ray-Bans doesn't necessarily stay in Meta Ray-Bans. A Swedish site called SVD, which I can't actually pronounce, is
Svenska
Svenska.
Dagbladet, I think.
There we go. You'd be the one to be able to read that. I would say a whistleblower type article about a contractor called Sama, not Sam Altman, just Sama in Nairobi, that works for Meta. And what they do, they have a bunch of workers that are working on data annotation using photos and videos from Meta's smart glasses network. And the story really details how contractors are seeing very intimate moments and private information on the regular kind of passing through, which opens up, the whole question about like how much, if my glasses aren't in this charging case and they're out on the table, are they actually sending information online? Or is this when I've got these glasses on and I record a video, is that recorded video sending off? And if so, like apparently they have filters in place that are meant to blur faces, meant to disguise, really sensitive topics and sensitive imagery and that sort of stuff. But no filter is perfect, and a lot of stuff gets through, and that
What's
opens up the door for things to leak
yes.
out to the internet, and that's no bueno, no good.
So what did surprise me here, and I shouldn't have, but I didn't realize that your videos from the glasses go up to Meta.
I didn't realize that either.
And so
Well,
in the go ahead.
Well, I would say I didn't realize that in this context.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're using Meta AI, then
It's
of
being
course, right?
processed.
Like it's being processed. So that makes sense to me. If I'm just recording a video that's local on my device, that's weird if that ends up going somewhere.
Well, let's put it this way. When I take photos and put them in Google Photos, they're going to
Yeah.
Google. I do not presume that anyone
Yep.
ever looks at those photos for any reason. Maybe I'm wrong. I got to look at the terms of service. I could be wrong, but I never presumed that.
Yeah.
The Svenska Dagbladet reporting said that in the terms of use for Meta's AI, it states that, quote, in some cases, Meta will review your interaction with AIs, including the content of your conversations with or messages to AIs, and this review can be automated or manual, parenthesis, human, end parenthesis.
Right. Right.
It also states that AIs may store and use information shared with them, and that the user should not share information, quote, that you don't want the AIs to use and retain, parenthesis, bracket for me or the rest of the world, such as information about sensitive topics. So that maybe it was there the whole time. Maybe it was obvious the whole time. I didn't grok that, to
Yeah.
use a ruined word. And so once you know that, yeah, it changes the whole scope of things. And the whole
Yeah.
moral panic that occurred around global Google Glass.
Right.
Oh my God, what is Jason taking pictures of now? How is he violating my privacy now?
That's right. I'm sending this video to the internet. Oh, wait a minute. We're already
We're already
doing
on
that.
the internet, not
Yeah.
video. Right, the fear when a New York Times columnist at the time said, "Oh my God, Robert Scoble's going to take pictures of my junk in the restroom," and I said, "Nobody wants pictures of your junk, fella." Um, uh, that was a moral panic to an extent about the user's use of it. Right, it has the light on. Is the user recording something they shouldn't record? That's about the user's responsibility. I didn't layer in the companies in this way, and it was stupid of me. Because I think this story. I'm surprised this story hasn't gotten even more pickup so far. But it's good reporting on the case of the Swedes. And by the way, thank you, Svenska Dagbladet, if I'm saying your name right, for putting this up in English. I think it's really important. There's all kinds of great reporting
Yeah.
that I see in German and French papers and Swedish papers that I wish it's very ugly American of me to want you to put it in English because we're dumb and we don't speak Swedish, but you'll have more impact.
But absolutely on an expose story like this, it's going to spread a lot,
Yeah.
potentially a lot further as a result. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like throwing heads in the air. Like, yeah, I just assume that all these things are
bad.
Not quite as they seem. You know what I mean? Like, did I actually think that any video that I record on these things was going off into a room where people were reviewing all the content? No, but then once I found out about this story, I was kind of like, oh, God, I'm just not surprised, you know, and that kind of took a little bit of the sting out of it, even though, like, you know, that's potentially really, really bad. You know, there's a lot of probably very personal stuff that comes out of these glasses, and people wouldn't have thought twice about that. You know, it's certainly not part of the onboarding that everything that you record on these glasses are going to go to some human
The other
person
angle
who's
too is
picking apart the image and saying, oh, that's a trash can. Oh, that's a face. That's
right.
a
And also that person may look at disgusting things.
Yes.
And it has an impact on them and their safety.
That's true. Well. That's a good point.
That's the other angle of this.
Oh.
So I look up, and according to Gemini, it is pronounced Svenska Dagbladet. So I was right.
Dagbladet. Svenska Dagbladet.
Dagbladet.
Yay.
I love Swedish.
Now I know.
It's a great language. Killer language.
I like the sound of Swedish. It's got a very kind of it's
I'll
kind
do
of
one of my rabbit holes. My wife and I went to Sweden in great measure because we were fascinated with IKEA. The first one came to Philadelphia. Any country that can produce this is amazing. Got to see it. So we went to Sweden. On the way over, I got a Berlitz book. I practiced phrases. We arrived the first night at a restaurant. I go up to the front and I say, "Svo." I put two fingers up to make sure that people can understand what I meant. And the person speaks back to me, the host speaks back to me in Swedish. I wait politely till he finishes. Then I say in Swedish, "I'm sorry, I don't speak Swedish. Do you speak English?" "Why did you start this?" "Of course I speak English. I'm Swedish." They're amazing. They're absolutely amazing.
Because I wanted to kind of cross the bridge
I was
with
trying
you.
to be a good American.
Yes, exactly.
So anyway, hats off to Swedish journalists. Thank you.
Indeed.